There are many dimensions to this, Dr. Ibuzo. And even if you were to talk about the causes of these accidents, fatigue from drivers, negligence, where it can be proven, bad roads, and then the other aspect of it, because we've also had situations where there have been accidents and no injuries or deaths initially, until some people decided, as in many of these cases, with
to go and scoop.
So that introduces a different angle to it. Who bears the brunt for that? Now, what kind of, maybe we'll ask the insurance lady, and so what kind of insurance do you put in place that if there's an accident, some person does not go there to go and expose themselves to risks? Because accidents will occur.
Yeah, I think you are right. There are several factors that are responsible for this increase in tanker road accidents. And there's also the dimension of people who go and scoop fuel. You recall that it happened some years ago in JC, in Delta State, where tens of people, dozens of people died. And if you look at the deaths as a result of this tanker road accident, the number is usually higher when there is scooping of fuel, you know. And so, and that there are many dimensions to that, you know. Despite the repeated, you know, calamities and fatalities that have resulted from this practice, if it happens tomorrow now, people will still do, for two reasons. First is poverty, and second is ignorance. And when these two combine in an individual, their level of perception of risk is very low. So, until the next disaster happens. That's why I think that, you know, to deal with all these issues requires a comprehensive approach. And if you look at the UNCTAD framework that Barrister Godebe referred to, it has preventive measures, it has regulatory measures, it has enforcement measures. So there are many things that need to be done, you know, to ensure that, you know, vehicles are roadworthy. Look most tanker drivers, tanker vehicles. You hardly see anyone with trafficator that is working, you know. So, and when you even travel along the road and you see some vehicles who are clearly not roadworthy, so we need to improve our institutions. We need to improve our systems such that if a vehicle is not roadworthy, it's not on the road. And if there is spot check and that vehicle is apprehended, it should not be allowed to go under any circumstances. And then educate the people so that they can follow procedures. And then, you know what these governors have done with the cash giving, they are very good, but these are ad hoc, you know. So we must also look at the systems of insurance, the systems of punishment, and even if the legal system is fine, because some of the people, they are just in their compounds, and then the vehicle comes and falls, like the one from Lagos, and then his own vehicles in the compound get burnt. You know, you know, in the typical Nigerian situation, the person will not even know who to go and meet. Who do you go and meet? But those people, legally, they are entitled to redress from the people that caused those damage. So it requires resetting of the system, the regulatory system, the enforcement, the individual approach, attitude, and perception of risk, ensuring that people are passed examination, driving test before they have their licenses, and after, from time to time, doing a recheck. And we see what happens in other countries. If people breach traffic regulation, it's a huge source of income to many governments. But here, nothing happens.
Well,
so all of these things, in fact, for me, I think that in this country, we need to reduce politics and go back to governance. And there are many things that requires attention of government, attention of regulatory agencies, attention of law enforcement agencies, attention of the media. And I must commend the NTA for focusing on things like this so that people can become aware of the issues of the day and how they can protect themselves.